My name is Kian, and what I'm about to tell you, well, no one in my family ever talks about it out loud. Because everyone who is there is either dead or refuses to say a single word. I was 21 when it happened, summer of 2011. My father sent me to our family's old orchard in Ramsar, a huge property my grandfather had built decades ago. The orchard had one house, a barn, and an ancient stone well that everyone in my family avoided. Growing up, I always heard the same warning: never go near the well after sunset. No explanation, no story, just that one rule. I always thought it was just superstition, until the night I broke the rule and saw something I can never unsee. The first night. The first night was normal. Quiet, hot, mosquitoes biting nonstop. I stayed in the main house, cleaned a few rooms, cooked eggs on a rusty stove, and slept early. But at 3:11 a.m., I woke up suddenly, not to a sound, not to a nightmare, but to a feeling, like someone was standing outside the window. I didn't move, didn't breathe, just waited. And then I heard it, from far across the orchard. Kian. My name, stretched, dragged, broken. Not said by a man, not by a woman, something in between. Something that didn't fully understand how human voices work. I grabbed the flashlight and walked out onto the porch. Nothing. The trees were still. The air was dead quiet. I turned around to go back inside, and that's when I saw it. A trail of wet footprints leading from the edge of the orchard, straight toward the well. Human-shaped, but too long, too thin, too heavy. The footprints disappeared right at the edge of the stones, as if something climbed out. I didn't sleep the rest of the night. The second night. The next night, it got worse. Around 2:40 a.m., I heard knocking. Not on the door, not on the window. From the floorboards under my bed. 3 knocks. Soft, slow, measured. I froze. Then, water began spreading out from under the bed. Cold, clear, but coming from nowhere. I jumped back, grabbed the flashlight, and shined it under the bed, and saw wet handprints crawling across the wood, pulling something forward, toward me. I ran outside again, heart pounding, and at the far end of the orchard near the well, I saw someone. A person standing completely still facing the trees, dripping wet, clothes clinging to a thin frame. I whispered, "Hey, are you okay? Do you need help?" The figure didn't turn around, but I heard the voice right next to my ear. "Kian, don't look at him." I spun around, no one there. When I looked back at the figure by the well, it was gone. The third night, the truth. This was the night everything broke. I had decided I would leave in the morning. I packed everything, slept with the lights on. Then, at exactly 3:11 a.m., the same time as the first night, the lights went out. Something began walking on the roof. Slow, heavy, pacing back and forth directly above my bed. Then, drip, drip, drip. Water dripping through the ceiling, onto my chest. I sat up and the footsteps stopped. I held my breath. The silence grew so deep it hurt my ears. Then, outside the window, inches from my face, a voice whispered, Come see what your grandfather threw down the well. The temperature in the room dropped instantly. I grabbed the lantern and ran outside. The orchard was full of mist. The well was open. The stone lid, which took my father and uncle to lift, was pushed aside like it weighed nothing. I approached slowly. Every instinct said to stop, but something pulled me closer. A soft voice rising from the darkness. "Kian, we are still down here." My lantern flickered. I leaned forward and saw faces. Dozens. Wet, pale, half-rotted, eyes wide open underwater, looking up at me. Some missing jaws, some with broken necks, some with hands reaching upward, slowly, like they were floating, not drowning. And in the center, a live one. A man, standing at the bottom of the well, neck twisted, head tilted completely sideways, body submerged to the shoulders. He blinked, raised a hand, and whispered up at me. "Your grandfather fed us." I screamed and stepped back, but a hand shot out of the darkness and grabbed my ankle. Cold, strong, slimy. I kicked and fell backward into the dirt. Dozens of wet fingers clawed over the stones, trying to climb out. I ran until my lungs burned, ran until I reached the main road. I didn't stop, didn't turn back.
The aftermath.
The next day, authorities claimed the well had been filled with concrete years ago. No opening, no lid, no water. Like nothing I saw ever existed. My father refused to speak to me when I asked. My aunt cried and begged me to never ask about the well incident of 1978. I've never gone back, but sometimes, when I shower, the drain gurgles, the pipes knock, and faintly, beneath the sound of running water, I hear it again. "Kian, we're still here."